Hi, Lisa Sigman here, back for another educational series video. Today I'm going to be answering the question, why can't I just file my LLC? Do I really need an attorney? I get this question all the time, and I totally understand it because when you look at the form, the certificate of organization that you submit to the state to establish your LLC, on its face, it looks very much like it's simple fill in the blank type stuff. Name of the business, address of the business, name of the managers, etc. But is it really that simple? So there are actually practical and legal considerations that you need to take into account when deciding what information you're going to provide. First, an easy one is the address of the business. If you have a home business, do you want to provide your home address? If you do, that's totally fine. But if you don't, you need to know what to do. In Massachusetts, you can't use a P.O. box. It has to be a street address. So you need to know in your state what you can and can't put in that section. What about listing a manager or managers? Well, first you need to determine if your LLC is going to be manager managed or member managed. There were reasons both for and against both styles, and it's going to be entirely dependent on the ownership structure and how you want to allocate decision-making authority, even maybe tied to allocation of profit and loss. So you may or may not want to be manager managed in that situation. In Massachusetts, additional information required when filing includes a section where you have to indicate a authorized signatory who can file documents with the Secretary of the Commonwealth on behalf of the business. Now, does this have to be a member? Does it have to be a manager? Can it be someone else? In Massachusetts, in fact, you can appoint anyone in that role. But if you do, what are the repercussions or benefits of naming a non-owner? Another section in the certificate of organization for a Massachusetts LLC, there's a section where you need to indicate who has authority to sign legal instruments related to real estate property, like a deed, for example. And again, those exact same questions apply. Does it have to be a member? Does it have to be a manager? Can it be a non-owner? And again, you have to think about what are the consequences and benefits of listing those various people. Massachusetts, and I would assume many other states, also offer the option of filing as a professional LLC or a PLLC. For some professionals in Massachusetts, it's actually mandatory. It is required by law. Doctors and attorneys, for example, have to file as a PLLC. But for others, it's an option. And how do you know if or why you might want to file as a PLLC? So even if you were to successfully navigate all of these questions on your own and you filed the appropriate organizational document within your state, stopping there and calling it a day isn't truly enough to create an LLC that's going to provide you with the legal liability protection that you're looking for. So it's really important that the next step of putting together and executing the proper internal documents, such as an operating agreement, and making sure that you are taking the steps that you're behaving like an LLC by doing things such as keeping your personal and business finances separate. It's really important that these things happen and you didn't just stop with the filing. Because if all you did was file a form that is essentially just rubber stamped by your state, and they're saying you are now allowed to call yourself an LLC, it doesn't mean that you've actually achieved liability protection. And that just means that it was a real waste of money on that filing fee because you didn't get what you were going for. You didn't achieve your goal. So if you're curious about what you need to do once your LLC is created, you're in luck because we actually have an educational video for that. So you can find all of our videos on our educational series page on our website or on our YouTube channel. And as always, I invite you to find us on social. Be sure to like and follow. We're on Instagram, Facebook, and LinkedIn.